Most likely, the legendary pair of Lucy and Ricky Ricardo comes to mind when you think of I Love Lucy. However, Vivian Vance, who portrayed Ethel Mertz, was another celebrity who contributed to the show's legendary status behind Lucy's hilarious antics. There is a lot more to Vivian Vance than meets the eye, even though people adored her humorous moments and her oddball, devoted connection with Lucy. Off-screen, Vivian's biography is as intriguing as the character she portrayed, from her personal hardships to her surprising professional decisions. You might be surprised by what you're about to discover about Vivian Vance, so stay put. Stay with us through to the very end, because you won't want to miss this. I Love Lucy was an immediate hit when it debuted in 1951 and quickly established itself as one of the most cherished television programs ever. Vivian Vance, who played Ethel Mertz, was equally important to the popularity of the program as Lucille Ball, who played the quirky and endearing Lucy Ricardo. Lucy's best friend and next-door neighbor, Ethel, added a new vibe to the show because she was grounded, rational, and the ideal counterpoint to Lucy's erratic personality. But even though Vivian Vance is well known on television, many fans don't know much about her personal life and profession. We'll examine the lady behind Ethel Mertz in greater detail in today's video, which also reveals some startling details about Vivian Vance's life. Let's begin then. Vivian Vance's love for performing predates I Love Lucy and continued long before she became well known. Vance was born in Cherryvale, Kansas on July 26, 1909, and her passion for the arts influenced her early years. She subsequently relocated to New York to seek a career in theater after studying drama and music. Vivian's ability and perseverance brought her to Broadway, where she appeared in a number of shows. However, she didn't really find her celebrity until she was cast as Ethel on I Love Lucy. In reality, Vance had classical training as a singer and had performed on stage a lot before to her breakthrough role. She established a reputation in the entertainment industry with one of her first significant roles in the Broadway production of Call Me Mr. Vivian had the skills to be a multifaceted performer, juggling her abilities in comedy, drama, and music, even if she was best recognized for her humorous roles in the future. Behind the scenes, things weren't always easy, even though Vivian Vance's portrayal of Ethel Mertz made her a beloved character on I Love Lucy, even while she loved playing Ethel. Vance found that her co-stars, particularly Lucille Ball, somewhat overshadowed her appearance. She was known as Lucy's sidekick for years, and she was regularly chastised for being positioned as the more normal character next to Lucy's bizarre one. In actuality, Vivian's portrayal of Ethel obscured her inherent grace and beauty due to elaborate makeup and outfits that made her look older and more shabby than she actually was. However, a lot of people are unaware that Vivian was actually considerably younger than she looked in the movie. At the time of filming, she was in her early 40s, whereas Lucille Ball was in her 50s, and she was 10 years younger than Ball. On set, this age difference occasionally led to conflict because Vivian didn't always feel at ease playing the older, more matronly role. She nevertheless made the most of her part and gave Ethel a charm and wit that contributed significantly to the popularity of the program. In relation to Lucille Ball, the two ladies had a strong relationship off-screen, though it wasn't always ideal. Although they were friends, the demands of co-producing such a well-known show frequently strained their bond. On set, Lucille was notoriously demanding and a perfectionist, which occasionally caused problems for the other actors. Although Vivian was regarded as more laid-back and understanding, she did voice her displeasure with her personality and the frequent comparison to Lucy. Vivian always talked well of Lucille and appreciated her extraordinary talent in spite of these conflicts. According to reports, when critics criticized Lucille for lacking the acting prowess of some of the other well-known actresses of the era, Vivian even went so far as to defend her. Their friendship actually withstood a lot of hardships, and Lucille's admiration for Vivian as a performer was evident. Lucille even made an unsuccessful attempt to cast Vivian in a new project after I Love Lucy finished. With two marriages that garnered media attention during her career, Vivian Vance's personal life was quite tumultuous. She was married for the first time in 1941 to a man named Philip Ober. Despite being together for more than 10 years, the couple's marriage ended in divorce in 1953. Vivian had to balance the responsibilities of her quickly advancing career with her personal life during this time, which was only a year after the debut of I Love Lucy. Her second marriage to John Dodds did not last long either. They got married in the early 1960s, but they divorced after just a few years of marriage. Public scrutiny of Vivian's relationships was common, and it appeared that she had trouble finding long-term contentment in her personal life. Nevertheless, despite her struggles, Vivian never wavered in her commitment to her job and kept up. Her steady employment in films and television, Vivian Vance continued to appear in TV series and films after I Love Lucy concluded in 1960, but none of her subsequent roles were as well known as Ethel Mertz's. She frequently reprised her role as a wacky best friend during her guest appearances on popular shows such as The Lucy Show, The Bob Cummings Show, and Here's Lucy. However, Vivian's I Love Lucy reputation mainly overshadowed her following career. Even though she was given multiple opportunities, Vivian Vance tragically died in 1979 at the age of 70. Her reputation as one of the first great television sidekicks endures despite her somewhat quiet latter years. One of the most famous supporting parts in television history is still her depiction of Ethel Mertz. Her ability to shine even in the shadow of the larger stars surrounding her, her unwavering commitment to her profession, and her flawless comedic timing are what people remember about her. The tale of Vivian Vance is one of brilliance, tenacity, and unexpected nuance. There is much more to her than meets the eye, even though she is most recognized for portraying the endearing Ethel Mertz on I Love Lucy. Vivian's path was not without difficulties, ranging from her Broadway beginnings to her complex relationships and battles with her on-screen persona. But despite everything, she continued to be a real professional and a vital component of one of the most cherished television programs ever. We hope that this movie has given you a greater understanding of Vivian Vance, the lady behind Ethel Mertz, if you didn't know anything about her previously. Additionally, keep in mind that occasionally the backstories of the characters are just as intriguing as the actual individuals. Thank you for viewing, and please remember to subscribe, like, and comment for more tales from the heyday of Hollywood.